So again, the reason that we want to make sure that we're enforcing solid car manners is because we want, when we get to our location, when we start our adventure off, we want a nice, cool, calm dog, right? Who's not stressed out the moment we arrive, and that makes everything so much more difficult. Doorway manners with that car, right? So when you open the door, you want to make sure that everything regarding the car keeps him connected to you, right? And keeps him thinking, right? And not impulsive and spiraling, right? So getting in, you want to make sure he's waiting for the okay. You don't just open the door and he just impulsively bolts into the car, A. And B, you want to make sure that when you open that door, he's not the same thing, impulsively bolting out. Now, the reason that we do okay to get in, but we do come to get out is you could say okay to let him out, and he is waiting and he's not successful being, over aroused or anxious or impulsive. However, what happens when you give him an okay to get out, typically, especially with a dog who has a great heel, a come command like him, you build this habit of I get out and I immediately lose focus on you. And what, is the thing that we keep coming back to? It's, are you occupying his headspace during a strategic temporary chunk of time, right? So instead of him developing the habit of when I get out of the car, I immediately lose focus on you and start spiraling and being overwhelmed by all the things, I want him to be in the habit of getting out of the car and going, right?
Yeah.
Like that. So that's why we would say come, because it would give us something to keep him connected to us. That way we have the ability to occupy headspace strategically, right? And we also, if he gets out of the car and goes off and starts to become overwhelmed, we have a fair reason to hold him accountable. Hey, I said come. So there's that. So we've got sound manners there, right? No audible nuisances, especially audible behaviors that are going to help you work yourself up, right? So if we just let him bark, as we talked about before, if we just let him continuously whine, he's just rehearsing stressing himself out. This is what I do. I get in the car and I stress myself out, right? So you want to remove the behavior that basically reinforces the stress, right? Next, no pause. Okay? Big one is going to be the center console. All right? He goes in the back seat, and that's where he stays. The prerequisite to jumping up front and surprising the shit out of you and you crashing your car, or him flying through the windshield when you suddenly slam on the brakes, is pause, making contact with the center console. Okay? Next, no pause on windows. No pause on doors. Okay? No pause up the seats. Okay? So that would be up the back of the driver or passenger seat. Obviously, that'd be problematic. And also up the back seat to see better out of the window, right? He's tall, so he can stand up. Okay. But nonetheless, we just want to make sure that we're providing these rules that keeps him connected to you. You're occupying headspace, and he has to take a deep breath and be calm and be in the habit of focusing on you, thinking about his actions before he behaves, and therefore being calm. Now I'm going to open this door, and what I'm watching for is one paw to make contact with the door. If it makes contact with the door, you got to wait. I'm going to say no. I'm going to tap. I'm going to pull him back out. As long as he waits. Okay. So right now, we want to give him just a moment.
Yeah.
To make sure that he is indeed waiting. We don't immediately just want to bail him out of this lesson or waiting we see him about to get out, so we're just going to say, come really quick. We'll say, okay, really quick, right? I want to make sure he's waiting. And now I'm going to give him a come. I'm going to close this door.